Hello, everyone. As everyone is getting in, I want to say hello. Yes, please. Yeah, it will keep feed. Let's see. I'm trying to find the live. Let me see. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there we are. Okay. I see it's live. Hey, everyone. It is so good to see you. As we are getting started, I would absolutely love it if you would comment in the comments. I want to know where you're coming from, where you live, what you're doing, and something that reminds you of Florida, something that is quintessentially Florida to you. I see so many people, and I want this to be, as everyone's coming in, I want you to, I want this to be like a heart-to-heart discussion. So I'm definitely going to be reading the comments and talking to you guys and, just kind of talking through some stuff. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Jackie. Jackie, I love that. Lily Pulitzer. Yes, I love lily colors. That so speaks of Florida to me. Amy is up in New York and she says beaches. You know me, I love, well, maybe you don't, but I love flip-flops and sand and things like that. That totally speaks of Florida. Beth is in Lakeland. She is enjoying the sunny day. It has been ever since the last week. We've had like November, December weather. It has been so lovely. Let's see, I see sunshine. Reminds Jennifer of Florida. Bay says Canada. She's up in Canada. That doesn't remind her of Florida, but she's up in Canada. Kelly is from Amarillo, and Texas is where she vacations. Yeah, vacation is a great one. Jody is up in Iowa, and she says sunshine. Lynn is in southeastern Wisconsin. She says beaches. Hey, Kim, try refreshing. We are hardwired in to the internet, so we have a great connection on our end. And Kim, are you down in Hilton Head or are you up in Charlotte right now? Florida is a dream, Natalie. Oh, I love that. Sunshine. Oh, Tina, I hope you're doing okay in Virginia Beach. I know y'all were getting a lot of rain and having some like inland flooding issues, so I hope you're doing okay. Tracy says Disney World, the mouse, the infamous mouse, as it's when you talk to some like really native Floridians, they don't say Disney, they call it the mouse, and they talk about before and after he arrived. It's really funny and entertaining. Jennifer loves to go see her family. Mindy says palm trees in the ocean. Sea glass. Christina says palmetto scrub. Sunshine. Oh my gosh, you guys have some like fabulous answers. Deborah's from Indiana and she says white sand. Lori has been in Michigan. She lives in Fort Myers. I want to give you a big hug, Lori. I want to give you a huge hug. But you are okay, and that is the most important part. Joanne is in South Carolina. Molly is from Michigan, and she says fun. Laurel says birds. And Sally is in Florida, and the beach is her go-to place. I love this. These are so many fabulous responses. I've talked about what I'm going to talk about today. I talked about it yesterday I have had the most incredible experience over the last few weeks with a course I released, Confident Acrylics. And I just want to take a moment of gratitude to all of the students that have come through our little ecosystem and community that we've built. You mean the world to me. You bring me so much joy and have taught me things that I didn't even know I would ever learn. You have opened a world to me and a new way to express myself that I didn't know was available. And I just love how much I get from you. And I hope it's as much, I hope I give you a fraction of what you give me. I have had such incredible experiences with our students, whether it's been in our Painting of the Week Club or the Creative Circle or Confident Acrylics. You guys are just absolutely incredible human beings. And I just reflect a lot on how you're givers and you're giving and you are genuine and kind and have really, really big hearts. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was, I wanted to first express that gratitude. And then the other thing that I've personally, kind of making a bit of a confession here, I've kind of struggled this year, we're in 2022, with when I first started teaching, when I first started marketing and being online a lot, it was in the middle of COVID. There was a lot going on. It was very scary, but it was different. It felt quieter. It felt more intimate. It felt like we could have closer conversations. And since things have opened up, which, by the way, I'm so grateful that we have come through this and we are coming out the other side. But just even in my personal life, since things have opened up, I have been struggling with all of the noise. I don't know how to better quantify it. It's like we pared things down, we figured out what was essential, and life got very simple for a couple years. And now we're trying to go back to the way it had been before then. And it feels very jarring for me. Like it's, how do you show up? There's all this FOMO. There's a million different things to do. There's a million different people to see. Everything feels so much noisier and like you should be shouting for attention instead of speaking to the people that matter, instead of having really genuine, meaningful conversations and deeper connections. And I think as an educator and a person, that is something I crave and something I've thrived on and just loved. And I think that's why I so enjoy the Creative Circle and I so enjoy the Painting of the Week Club, is I get to have these deeper conversations. I get to know you all, and so many of you, I know you, I see you show up every week. I get to cheer you on. I get to see what progress you're making. And that has been very impactful for me. And it has really just fulfilled me as a person and as an educator and as an artist even. It lets me know that I am bringing something into the world and creating a greater impact. I still love painting, but something about painting is it goes and it lives in somebody else's life. So when somebody buys one of my paintings, they'll tell me about it and they come back and I've become friends with some of my collectors, but you don't see the day-to-day impact as much on their life when they have something hanging in their homes versus I see the impact that I'm making in your lives every day when I teach and I watch you paint and I watch you make progress and I watch the joy that you have when you know that you can do something and give it to the world. It has just been such this level up that I can't even describe because it's been so big for me. That being said, I'm also somebody that, like, when I say I'm going to do something, I always do it. We've had this twice a year. We do a big event to kick off opening the Creative Circle, which is y'all are my people. We interact. I get to know you so well. Some of y'all have been with me for 2 years or more, almost like we're going on 2.5 years now. And I have gotten to really know you as people and been able to see your soul. And I've watched some of you guys just grow and flourish. And that we always do something big to open the doors and kind of spread the word and get it out there. And typically it's been a large public workshop, a 3-day event. And it takes a long time to plan. It takes a fair amount of resources, energy, money to get going. And it's a big undertaking. And I enjoy it. I love it. But the last 2 weeks have kind of made that impossible. And not from a logistical standpoint. I can stand here today and do it. I can teach the cow, which, by the way, one of my members of Confident Acrylics helped me realize that the cow should not be named Cassius because all cows are female. This is a fact I did not know. My husband grew up with cows. He never told me that. So I blame my husband. So I've had a really hard time with, after evacuating, being so concerned with not just my home, but my family, my team, trying to go through and do the thing that we've committed to, and trying to then go on to the show that we committed to, even in the face of evacuating, even if, we never knew if we would come back and we'd have a home after the show in Virginia Beach. And then the show got canceled too, and I come back and everything's fine. How lucky are we? It missed us. As with hurricanes in the Gulf, there is no clear winner. Somebody always loses. Once a hurricane is headed for the coast, it has to go somewhere. It's not like the ones in the Atlantic where it can veer back out to sea. It has to get out of the Gulf, and unfortunately, somebody always gets hit. And I have had a very hard time figuring out how to market and be here and be present and get Cassius out into the world. And it is, especially when an hour and a half south, there has been such massive destruction. It has, I have had family hit and severely impacted by pretty much every major hurricane that has come across, from Hugo to Katrina to Matthew to you name it. We have been helping our family clean up major disasters for 30 years now, and I have wielded my fair share of chainsaws in the event to help clean up, and sent funds privately to many a relief campaign and a cleanup campaign. And so it really hits close to home. And and a lot of our collectors, some of our best shows are down in the Naples and Fort Myers area. We have Creative Circle members down in the Naples and Fort Myers area. And so it has felt really, really hard to continue marketing, continue speaking as if everything is just fine, which for us here day to day, it is. It's sunny, we have power, we have water, Publix is open, our houses are fine, we had no damage. It's fine, but just an hour and a half south, it's not. And so in order to be true to who I think I am and who our brand is, we are going to have a change of plans. And I honestly, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding the words. It's because I'm trying to not get emotional. I was very emotional when talking to Confident Acrylics yesterday, and I'm trying to not go there because I'm not a pretty crier, and then it's difficult to communicate the message that I'm trying to get across. But we've been racking our brains to come up with a solution that is true to us and true to the situation that's going forward and benefits everybody, and that we can get excited and get behind. And I think we've got it. And I'm really excited about it. And I hope that you guys come on this journey with me. And I've been racking my brains. I started a really big painting that I was like, okay, I'll paint this painting, I'll release it, I'll do prints. We can have the benefits go to benefit hurricane relief. And then it was just, there was so much going on. There's so much swirl. The thought of trying to market a print was kind of making my head hurt in addition to everything else. And so we stopped, we took a breather, and we were like, well, what's important? And we always come back to the important thing is people. It's the people, and it's the people that mean the most to us, and it's our community, and it's our experience in this life. It's not stuff. It's not status. It's not money. The most important thing is us and our people. That's what's irreplaceable. I grew up on an island on the East Coast of South Carolina, and so we almost yearly had to evacuate. And so it was kind of imprinted on me from a very, very early age what is important. My mother would give me a small U-Haul box and say, okay, if in case we evacuate, you get to fill up this box. And that's it. That's all we have room in the car for, because we have all the pets. We have to take your brother. And I was like, do we have to take my brother? But, you get all the people, you get your photo albums, you get your pets, your insurance documents, and then you hope that you have something to come home to. And that is the reality of the hurricanes and what happens. And a lot of people didn't even have the chance to get that because of how the hurricane was tracking for our area, and it missed. And that's just what happens with hurricanes. So what we are going to do is we are going to change things up a little bit. Instead of doing a 3-day cow workshop, we are going to do a 1-day live paint along to benefit victims of Hurricane Ian. And if you have any questions, I will answer your questions, I swear. I'm going to get to all of that. But the reason why we're going to do this is a lot of what I've talked about. People are busy. There's more things going on. A 3-day workshop, I think, is a little bit harder for everyone to attend and get involved in right now. There's just so much going on. And so I want this to benefit the victims of Hurricane Ian, and I want it to be the most impactful way possible. And I want to meet some new people. I want to meet some good people. I want y'all to help spread the word of what you have been doing and what you've been learning and what you've been experiencing as well. So what we're going to be doing is Wednesday, October 19th, we are going to be doing a live paint along. We are going to be voting on the subject matter. So I have palm trees. You can see palm trees. We can do a flamingo, or we can do a Florida Strong. I am purposefully picking subject matter that we can definitely do in one day. And I know we can tackle it, and I know I can teach, and I know it's not going to take 5 hours long. So what we're going to do is it's going to be one day, we're going to have a pop-up Facebook group. And if you want to attend, we have a free option. So you can attend for free, or if you would like the replay, we are going to make the replay available for $25. And then with the replay, you also get the tracing, the color swatches, and everything we know. What do? We do the tracing, we do the color swatches, and the replay. That's typically what we do for a workshop. And 100% of the profits are going to be going to the Florida Disaster Fund, and it will be earmarked for Hurricane Ian relief. So when we donate that money, it will say Hurricane Ian. So all of the funds have to go to their relief efforts there. So the other thing we're going to be doing is, if you know of anyone that leads paint parties or does like wine and design or anything like that, I never ever release my designs to be taught by others, but I am going to also, for $50, make it available to teach other people. And I'm doing this in the hopes that if somebody else is teaching, they will also help spread the word by having the time that they teach it potentially go to benefit hurricane victims, so that we can maybe have this echo effect and this boom effect. And, maybe we can help spread the word even more. Now, if you have we have already had a bunch of people sign up for the cow party, and we can't thank you enough for signing up. What we are going to do, if you've already signed up for the cow party, is you are going to get access to the version that we broadcast before. So you will get your cow, and if you also bought, we had like a 4-pack of animals that you could paint, you will get those 2 things. So you will already have access to what you paid for. It just won't be the live experience, but you will still have the teaching experience from me with all of the same resources. If you would like, just go ahead and join the, we will give you access to the flamingo I'm not the flamingo, I'm looking at the flamingo painting right here. We will give you access to our Florida Strong paint party for free. If you would like to also purchase that to have it donated, we would appreciate that as well. And at the same time, that day, October 19th, we will be opening the doors to the Creative Circle. So I know this is a lot. I hope this makes sense. It's been a really hard, tough decision, and I didn't realize how much the last few weeks were weighing on me until we kind of made this decision, and it was like this giant weight was lifted. I've been wanting to do something to help Fort Myers, to help Naples, to help the people in that area, and it's been really difficult to try and figure out the logistics of how to make that happen. And we often have 1,000 people just about attend one of our workshops. If we can get 1,000 people to attend, that's going to be a massive impact in donation. So I would love for this to spread. I would love for this to go beyond me. I would love it if other people attended, got the teaching materials, and then had their own paint parties and had another way of making donations and spreading the donations. The ways that you can help is you guys can spread the word. We will be running some ads. We will be posting. If you see any of our posts, make sure to share them with your friends. If you see one of our emails, invite friends to also attend. post it on your timelines, share it in Instagram. The more chatter we get around this, the more it gets boosted, the more excited people are about this, the more publicity it gets, and the easier of a lift it is for everybody. Like I said, we're going to be committing some funds to advertising this, but the more that we can have your help with this, the bigger we can make it. And we're going to paint for purpose. It's what I said yesterday is I've done hurricane relief before. I've helped with, clearing out wreckage, tearing down walls. I can do that, but I feel like there's a bigger impact to make if we all band together and use our paintbrushes for good. We'll go through, I will do the same teaching I always do. I will teach you about color. I'll teach you about color mixing. I'll teach you about design. We will paint something together. And at the end of the day, you'll have a beautiful painting and we can make an impact together as well. So we are going to drop the link in the comments. If y'all want to get the ball rolling and start signing up now, that would be huge and massive. What we're going to be doing is we are going to be posting on our page and Learn Paint Grow on Instagram, all the places where we show up. We are going to be posting a poll where you can vote on what subject matter we paint. You can go ahead and sign up now and trust us that no matter what the subject it'll be fun, and we would love it if you would trust us that way. And then help us spread the word. On Monday, after we know what you guys have voted to paint, we will send out tracing, supply list, swatches, color swatches. We will send all of that out. Because this is, we're making this very simple to get to the widest number of people possible, we're not going to have this on the learning dashboard. We are just going to be sending out the replays via a link. So you do have to sign up to get the replay link. So we are very much looking forward to participating with you. Oh, Laura, thank you. This is a great question. The Creative Circle people, yes, because this is a benefit, we are not going to be, we would ask that the Creative Circle people sign up, and if you would like the replay to pay for it. If you are in the Creative Circle and you do not yet have access to the COW workshop, we will be granting you access to the COW workshop as well, so that you get that. We said y'all were going to be painting with us. Also, if you're in the Creative Circle, our rooster is still going on next week. I'm in a place where I need to give, and so teaching is giving, and that feels good. So teaching you guys the rooster feels good. Asking and trying to promote the cow without having some kind of benefit felt hard. It didn't feel as good, but if we can do this for the Hurricane Ian survivors, that feels good to me, and that feels right, and that feels like we can make an impact. And the bigger that we can make this, the better. Let's see. I'm going to sit here and answer all of your questions. Angela, yes, you can absolutely do the replay if you sign up and pay. The replay is going to be $25, and if you want to make a bigger donation or you want the paint party rates, that will be $50. Like I said, 100% of the profits will be going to the Florida Disaster Fund, is the charitable organization that we have designated to receive all of the funds, all of the profits. Kim, you would love all three. Amy, oh, thank you. And it was so good to see you yesterday in the Confident Acrylics Q&A. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, guys. Let me see, I'm going to scroll up and see if there were any other questions. This is going to be Wednesday, October 19th at noon. So that day we will go live at noon. It will be in a Facebook pop-up group. I think it's still labeled the Groovy Cow. We're going to keep it. It's going to be changed to the Florida Strong whatever. The Benefit Florida Hurricane Ian. My words are all bad. But I think what everyone's kind of using is the hashtag Florida Strong. So we're going to kind of lead with that. And we're going to call it the Florida Strong Paint Party. And I would love to show what we can do, what impact artists can have on the world. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an engineer. I can't go down and save lives. I can't go down and build bridges. But I do have a paintbrush, and I hope I do have some friends and that also want to do the same and help spread the word. And, really the thing about these storms is it takes a really long time to rebuild. This is going to take a really long time. It's not just a day, a week. And the media tends to, after the initial impact is gone, it tends to be forgotten. And it takes years to rebuild, and it takes years to get back. And so I think by doing this benefit, we can help impact people by getting the funds where it's needed. Susan, you bought the teach a class option. Awesome. If you don't feel like teaching a class, but you just want to donate, that's a great option as well. I would super recommend, if you have friends, get a couple friends together, each buy it and, do it together. You can broadcast it on your TV. We've had people do that before. Oh, Brooke, Brooke said she just gathered a group to do the cow and was going to hop on and purchase after lunch. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Sharon, that's awesome. Yes. I think that'd be lovely if you paint it and send it to your brother down in Florida. So just a quick recap, because I know some people hopped on late. What we are going to be doing is we are changing tack. It's a little late, but we still have plenty of time. On Wednesday, October 19th, we are going to be doing a Florida Strong paint party to benefit victims of Hurricane Ian. It's going to be at noon in our pop-up Facebook group that we have established, and we have the link in the comments. We're going to pin that link so that it's there. If you have already purchased the cow, we're going to give you the recording of the cow, and if you would also like to join us for the Florida Strong Paint Party, we would love it. We would love to have you join us. As a Creative Circle member, Mary Jean, we are asking Creative Circle members to donate, or you can come for free live if you want the replay, because this is to benefit victims of Hurricane Ian. Mary, the Groovy Cow, you will get access to the Groovy Cow. I just jumbled all of that? All right, let me start from the beginning. Wednesday, October 19th, we are doing a Florida Strong Paint Party. It's going to be at our pop-up Facebook group, and it'll be free. If you sign up, if you want to go and just sign up and show up, it's free. If you want to have profits go to victims of Hurricane Ian and get the replays, it's $25 or $50, depending on what you want to do. We highly recommend that you purchase one of the paid options, because 100% of the profits are going to be going to victims of Hurricane Ian via the Florida Disaster Fund, is the charitable organization we've designated. If you have already purchased the cow, you will receive the cow, and we can't wait to see what you do with him. This just feels a little bit closer to my heart and what we are feeling right now down here in Florida, and what we can do. So I love that, Sharon. Can we have a traceable that says Florida Strong in nice font to put on our painting somewhere? Yes. Yes. I will work on that. I will start teaching myself hand lettering in order to do a traceable. And if you know of anyone that could help us promote this, we would really appreciate it. If you have any organizations that would be willing to match donations or do some kind of challenge that way, we would love to participate with them. I would love to reach out to anyone that would like to help and get involved and do this. Let's make this bigger. Let's make this what we can. Let's take this and make this big, amazing event and show what power art has. Because art is super powerful, and it can be very powerful when used for good. And I think this is one of those times that it is appropriate to use it for good and show how much we care. Rosemary, are you writing something for me to read? Okay. That's all right. Yeah. So this, if anyone's wondering, we are going to be broadcasting this into our Facebook group, which is going to be the pop-up group. I think it's, like I said, it's still labeled Groovy Cal. Go ahead and join anyways. You're in the right place. We're working on getting everything moved over to this benefit. There's going to be a YouTube link available for non-Facebook users. So if you're not on Facebook, which I'm talking to everyone on Facebook now, but if you have a friend that isn't on Facebook, doesn't like Facebook, we will have a broadcast available that we can send you if you're not on Facebook so you can attend live. This is not going to be on our learning platform. So you don't have to log in anywhere special. If you just have an email address and a web access and you can access YouTube, you can get everything via email and this YouTube link. So we are trying to make this as simple as possible to make the biggest impact possible. So I can't thank you guys enough. I felt really nervous about announcing this because, you say you're going to do something, and changing course, changing what you do feels hard. It feels not like I was wrong, but not a failure, but it feels like I'm going back on my word. But something about what was about to happen didn't feel right, and I wanted it to be in line with who we are as people and artists and what we want to put out into the world. And now this feels right. Now this feels like what it's supposed to be and how we want to show up in the world. Celeste is a great example. She just signed up for replays because she's living in Louisiana and she understands how hard it is to recover from a storm of this magnitude. She still knows people dealing with Ida, which hit last year. Yeah, it takes... I grew up on Hilton Head, and after Matthew, I went and helped with chainsaws and the debris piles. They did not get storm surge. They just had a lot of trees down, and this PM, what? We don't even have an email yet, so we'll send the info. Right. So the debris piles were 12 feet tall, lining all the roads in Hilton Head for months. It took them months to just get rid of the debris, even after it was cleaned up by everybody. And individual people have to go in and clean up. It's the government can't get it all done. It's a long process. It takes a really long time. People cleaning up from Katrina took years. And so any little bit that we can do really does help. So because we are changing course, the link will take you to the payment, and we will be sending out an email with more information this afternoon. We don't even have a full email going out yet. We are going to be voting on what y'all want to paint, so keep an eye out. We have Florida Strong, This is the Florida Strong themed Florida one. Or we can do the flamingo, or we can do palm trees. So I want the design to make sure, I want to make sure the design, we can do it in a reasonable amount of time over one day together, and have it benefit everyone in Florida. So Claire, you're in Englewood, and she said it looks like a war zone. Can't even imagine what's going on in Fort Myers with the storm surge. Yeah, tree damage is a big thing. Laura, thank you. I really appreciate that. She decided to host a party, but she decided to donate to host a party. Amy just signed up. Y'all's hearts are so big, and besides you yourself donating, the biggest thing you can do is help us get the word out. Share this video. Share when we post. We'll have a nice, easy post with like a pretty graphic. We'll have that out Monday. If you see that, if you could share it, if you could comment on it, if you could tag your friends on it that you think would like to do this, it would really be massively huge in helping get the word out. I mean, if we have 1,000 people attend, that's a big amount of money, y'all. That would mean the world to me, and I think to a lot of people there. And it would be really, really cool to do. And you know, it's the one way we can make a difference and impact. So, awesome. Sherry's going to do the replay party. Dee, it's so good to see you. Florida Strong, 100%. The state with oranges. Lolly, thank you so much. Yeah, we all have a chance to make an impact at different times in our lives. And we can't do everything. If you feel called to join, please do. And there's always a lot going on. So if you don't and can't or aren't, this doesn't call to you, don't feel guilty. We all have a lot of things going on. That's the other thing, is we show up how and when we can. And you know, like I say, we need to have grace with ourselves. We need to not put so much pressure on ourselves, and we need to do what we can to bring more joy into this world, and connect with others, and reach out and with that humanity, and make those connections and support each other where we can. Terry, we haven't. So right now we just have the $25 and $50 level. Our payment provider doesn't have like a pay any option that you want level, but what we can do is we can either post a link to the Florida Disaster Fund, or we can find a way for you, because we want to make sure that the funds are going to Hurricane Ian relief victims. Also, the other part of this is the more y'all get the word out, the lower our costs go, and then the more money that can go to the hurricane relief. That's the most expensive part, is getting the word out. Hey Carissa, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to see you in about a month. So Sharon, thank you so much. Canty, it's so good to see you. And Susan, yeah, this is a way that we can take a moment. And when the pandemic started, that's when I just started teaching and giving. And I think sometimes when we're hurting, it's easiest to give. And it doesn't have to be in a taxing way. There are ways to do it that we can fulfill ourselves while also helping benefit others. And it doesn't have to be like I was looking at having a big grand gesture of a giant painting that I can't quite get my head around. It doesn't have to be a giant grand gesture. It doesn't have to be something huge. It can be very small and easily doable. And it can be just an hour of your time where we come together as a community and, have this great positive energy. Gosh. Okay. I can't believe the response, y'all. Thank you so much for your understanding as we change course and pivot. If you guys have any questions, please make sure to email hello@shelbydillonstudio.com. If we have missed anything, please let us know. I'm sure, I know there are links out there right now for the cow workshop. So if anybody continues to click a link and join the cow workshop, we will make sure to get that product to you. That we don't want anyone to feel like they anything, no ill will or intent if in this change of course whatsoever. So I want everyone to understand that. And I thank you all for your grace and gratitude and understanding. Y'all are amazing as always. And this is part of why I love what I do, is I love the community that we have built. And let's get out there and spread the word. Let's get out there, bring your friends, get together, show them what fun you're having. Let's get a ton of people, and let's make a change. Let's do something incredible. So thank you all so much. I'm gonna, if you're over on Instagram, I'm gonna post a quick recap of what's going on. And if you would, like I said, just help get the word out, that would be massively huge. We will, and vote on what you want, which one of these 3 you want. We're gonna be posting that later today. And we will have that up with the results starting on Monday, and you'll start seeing, you'll probably see some ads running. Encourage your friends, comment, get them to sign up, do that kind of stuff, tag them, all of that. That really helps us. Y'all are incredible. So, gosh, I'm going to start crying, but thank you so much. This just makes my heart so full. I can't even begin to describe it. This feels so right. It feels like what we should be doing at this point, and I can't thank you all so much. And through all of this, we have, we have 12 days. We have 12 days, and I will be updating you on how much we have raised for this as we go. And yeah, oh my gosh, Sharon, I love that. Sharon is part of a women's club, and they have brunch once a month, and it's called Jugs, Just Us Gals. That sounds like a blast. Holy cow, I love that. Absolutely. Please put the link on the page. Please share with your friends. Choppy, yeah, absolutely. We always have the replays available. We always say, you're never behind. That's what we do. We want art to be accessible to everyone, and we want to put a lot of good into the world. And, then we also want to make sure that I can survive and do this and continue to do this. So that's why we charge for things, but when and where we can show up, that's what matters the most, is the people and the why and the how, not everything else. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I always come back to it. At the end of the day, all you get is a little box to take with you. And that's what it comes down to, is the people, the pets, and my little brother. So thank you all so much. And I'm really, really looking forward to this. Y'all just made me so much more excited for this. And I feel such a renewed energy about this. And it just feels correct and centered and what we should be doing as a community. So thank you. Okay. I'm gonna let you all go, and now we're gonna go change all the things and get all the information compiled and get it ready to put out. Thank you all so much. Y'all are just incredible, truly, truly.